up YouTube? We got the torque arm, the original one that was on my 9000, and it's all cracked and a little bit loose. So I am going to cast it in 85 durometer urethane. And this stuff is, this is by Smooth On. You could also get 85 or possibly 60. 50 is a little too weak. 60's squishy. 85 is relatively hard. Closer to what most of your manufacturers use for polyurethane bushings. This is a straw color. When it's mixed, I have black tint here for urethane. But before we do any of that, we have to figure out how to hold this level and seal the bottom so that it doesn't leak out everywhere. A couple of bolts here to start with. We'll need to make a fixture to hold it. I guess what we can do to start with is we can measure from here to, well, let's measure the width of this, and then the width of the bushing, and then the width of the mounting boss here in the middle. That'll give us our overall depth. .30.5, 53, 63. Okay. I don't know if we could we space it off of this maybe, because we'll need to have something on here to seal this area all the way across and around to keep this from leaking out. I'll probably 3D print a spacer that will go around that and fit on top, and then I can hot glue around it. I think I'm gonna draw up something in plastic. Drop something. I think I'm gonna draw up something and print it in plastic. Because we need a support. I'll just design it to fit around here. Hold that. Fit around here, and then with the depth, I can actually make the plate into it. I can make this a stepped cavity that I just set the thing in. And I can come back and trim it off. This will be a pocket, so whatever leaks out will come around. I can just cut it off. I think I'm gonna do that. We take some measurements on this. I'll draw that up and print it, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it fits in it. All right, welcome back to the messy bench. Here we've got the cracked torque arm. This is the first print of the casting jig, and unfortunately the numbers were off on the model for the bottom well here. This is about 6 millimeters from here to here, and that's like 3. So I've drawn it back up, made some changes, and it is printing now. But you kind of get the idea here. You have a support post for the center mount, and then it should sit in there like that, and then you pour in here. Ideally, what would happen would be this well holds this bushing at the right height based on the thickness of the actual bushing from here to the actual arm. So it sits it sits flush. This is supported separately from this on this post. So then I can go in, cut out all the rubber, sit the centerpiece in, sit this down in, and then I can pour new urethane all the way around. But I can't do that yet. Hopefully that'll be done later today, probably tomorrow. I actually had to go and get, for the brakes, 3/16 by 10 millimeter metric nuts for a bubble flare. They're flat on the end. There's not a concave or a convex surface. And I went by the old Harbor Freight and grabbed this all-in-one flaring kit. I do not like this style, but it's got the bubble dies in here, so, and it comes with a little cutter. I think I have one somewhere. The only problem with these is you need like this much tube and you lose half of it when you cut it, so you can't just snip off the end. So, but it does come with a deburring tool and the dies for single and or double. Actually, not a single, double. Dies for a double. I've got a hand one for a single, hardly ever used. But. So I guess while this prints, the new one does, we can get back on the brakes here. Let's take a look up here at the, oh, my light doesn't want to cooperate. All right. Let's take a look at the right rear here. It's a little rusty, it's not too bad. I'm going to hit the top of that up here with the penetrating oil. That line, there's a flare fitting. Right here that screws down into the top of this fitting, and we'll have to get that loose first and then try to work this out of the bracket. Hopefully this comes out with too much trouble, otherwise I'm going to have to cut it off, and we'll have to try and if we have to, possibly bend this bracket up to get more room to go back to here and then put a new ferrule and flange on it. And then we can unscrew it from the caliper. Before I do that, I'm going to spray that with some Freol, and then I'm going to go up front and seal off the reservoir so that there's less dripping. Let's see if this thing will come loose. It is seized. There might be a clip still on the back side. I think part of it might still be there. See if I can pop that clip out. If I can, then I can push that down and get a little more exposure on that hex right there.
Yeah. There's some of my other clips still there. And a lot of rust. That was what's left of the clip. Okay. Yeah, a lot of it, so they're just the pull tab was rotted off. There we go. Let's put that line down. Easier said than done. Don't want to pinch it. Okay, well, that's one way to do it. The whole clip out. There we go. Now you can see the whole nastiness of the situation. I need that space right there. Oh boy. Time for a little heat and a little more soaking. That is really seasoned there. These are just not gripping worth the crap. Nope, I don't see it coming apart. All it's doing is stripping it. Alright. I'm gonna have to cut it off. I don't have any other choice. That sucks too.